Hi, Sylvester Carlson here. We just took a look at the 4K of First Blood, the first film in the Rambo series. So today we're going to go on to the next installment in the Rambo series, which also got a 4K release a few years ago, that being Rambo First Blood Part 2, again starring Sylvester Stallone. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Cover right there, Rambo, of course, packing heat, getting ready for battle. You got the big Russian gunship helicopter in the background there. I like the way that looks. Spine text. Back cover. We get the film on a 4K disc, which includes the film as well as a commentary track, and on Blu-ray disc, which includes the bulk of the bonus features. This also originally came with a digital cut. The ultimate American action hero is back. In this explosive Oscar-nominated sequel to First Blood, Sylvester Stallone is back as John Rambo, the perfect fighting machine. Rambo's survival skills are tested with a vengeance on a top-secret mission that takes him back to the jungles of Vietnam in search of American POW. Rambo First Blood Part 2 is something of a double-edged sword. It's a good thing because it's a great all-out 80s action war movie as only Sylvester Stallone could do. It's a bad movie because this is where they started turning Rambo into an action hero. In First Blood, Rambo was a disenfranchised Vietnam vet simply trying to find his place in the world who had the wrong people turn against him and feel his wrath. Here, he's basically a one-man army killing machine behind enemy lines doing what he does. So it's certainly a little less thought-provoking than its sequel, but I do have to admit, if you're out for a pure 80s actioner, you can't do a whole lot better than First Blood. Sylvester Stallone certainly lives up to the role as John Rambo, blowing away the bad guys, going back to his old stomping grounds in Vietnam, trying to rescue POWs as part of an operation launched by the USA, something of a publicity stunt, but when Rambo actually finds POWs and corrupt government officials pull out, needless to say, that doesn't sit too well with Mr. Rambo. There's a great supporting cast here, including Charles Napier as one of the men in charge of the operation, Martin Kove, John Kreese himself from the Karate Kid series, playing one of the individuals under Napier's character's command. And perhaps most importantly of all, you've got Steven Berkoff, always an entertaining character actor, playing a sadistic Soviet villain who gets frustratingly minimal screen time, but he steals every moment he's on the screen. And then you have Colonel Troutman, once again, the voice of reason for Rambo, who here, once again, is portrayed by Richard Crenna. Crenna, of course, brings this series some much-needed levity, considering that it's an all-out actioner apart from that. But the action scenes are fantastic. The movie's a lot of fun. Again, it's far less cerebral than its predecessor, but I do have to say, Rambo First Blood Part 2 always puts a smile on my face when we see John Rambo blowing away the bad guys on the battlefield and back at home base. The transfer here is pretty much on par with the transfer of First Blood. I mean, there are some scenes where I wish the black levels were a little deeper, but it is a nice uptick from prior releases of the film. And of course, that little extra push from the Dolby Vision gives you some more vibrant colors and the deeper, darker black levels as well as shadow detail. Overall, it is a pretty solid looking disc. And there are a number of bonus features to be had on the included Blu-ray disc. Again, the 4K and the Blu-ray both include a commentary track, but there are a lot of other pieces to be found on the Blu-ray. I'm glad to see these aren't just bare bones packages that the people at Lionsgate threw together. And there are some decent bonus features here that are certainly worth your time if you're a fan of Rambo. I can easily recommend this 4K to any fan of the film, of all-out 80s action films, of Sylvester Stallone, or anything in between. How about you? Are you a fan of the Rambo movies? Where would you rank Rambo First Blood Part 2? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure to give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.